Healing through stories, the lockdown story. We join hands, we make up minds. One connects another as stories brew in all kinds. We write, we gather courage, and we share it with you all. Won't you join us, kind stranger, as towards our dreams we crawl?
Hello, kind stranger. How have you been? Thanks for joining us today. Today, I am going to tell you a story of a boy who, despite being in the same unknown waters of lockdown as each of us are, managed to pull through without a tad of disappointment. Unaware of how far the shore is, he kept himself intrigued amongst the world of art and knowledge by the greats of those fields. Lockdown. What was the first impression it had when you heard of its implementation? Did you freak out? Were you sad? Happy? Excited? Or anxious? You all must have had your legit reasons for feeling so. Didn't all of us for once at least feel this lockdown to get done with? But still, we grew out and are still growing through it, ain't we? For me, the COVID-19 wasn't actually the reason for being at home. It was already a vacation time for me. The lockdown only extended the duration further. Residing in India's cleanest city, Indore, for my studies, I missed my home quite a lot during long stays until I was finally done with my exams in March. With vigor of freedom running through me, I returned back home on March 17 amongst the same old mountains, lakes and greenery awaiting me. My birthplace, Naurazabad in Umaria, a little town situated in the heart of India, Madhya Pradesh, is the perfect definition of a peaceful abode. It has always attracted me to stay for long despite the materialistic shining any city offers. With pollution level quite insignificant to that of cities, my hometown will always be in my heart as lifelong residing destinations. Inhaling directly from the green cover fills my heart with deep satisfaction that I yearned for in the past 6 months. The hectic lifestyle that city offers, traffic, noisy surroundings, are something that doesn't excite me. A delightful day followed on my return as I gathered with my longtime friends, loitered around laughing, sharing our experiencing, teasing each other although. It seemed like the day when everything was perfectly aligned. And then it happened. Out of nowhere, the lockdown was announced. Shops, offices shut. Any working institute closed down. Sports, movies, everything that we loved was officially sealed. And us, we had to lay shut in our homes to save ourselves and humanity from the fatal unknown COVID-19. Though the lockdown has been quite a cause of distress amongst people, losing sanity, getting frustrated, boredom, feeling of being alone are quite understandable. However, what kept me going through it was all my curiosity. I have always had this hunger for knowledge in me and to try out diverse things, dive in and learn something fresh out of them. And the lockdown provided me a perfect opportunity with ample of time in my hands. Books. The best leisure time one can have is with books. Treasure house to experiences and a best friend that inspires to achieve more. Books also teach us to stand up from failures. The book enthusiast in me regretting not carrying all of the books back from Indore. Alas, had I known, I would be locked up for the next few months in my house. I have always relied on books to take me back to imaginary worlds and destinations while physically being at the very same place. Regardless, I still had quite a few of them waiting to be read at home. Besides, I did bring some half of a sudden books with me that I had recently bought from Indore and fortunately not read yet. Always having affinity towards outdoor sports such as cricket, kabaddi, badminton, the lockdown was like waters to my fire-like desire. However, being in the green zone, far from the worst affected areas, the condition here changed for better quite soon, given the social distancing norms were followed strictly. Even though the regulations eased off, my schedule has still remained steady as the days now seem too short to cope up with the innumerable interest I have developed. The chilly breeze with classical music in the background, alongside the sound of birds chirping, made my morning seem shorter. With me comfortably hooked to a book in a chair and the melodious ghazals and shairis from the 60s and 70s. Humming to the voices of artists like Piyush Mishra, Ali Sethi, I have got mornings that I would never exchange for any treasure. Getting up at 5, I and few of my friends have developed the habit of playing cricket for a few hours, replacing it some days with chess. Further, I have even taken to being actively aware of climate changes and consequences and have turned to a climate activist heroine. Astronomy has always intrigued me, while I also follow politics closely to some depth. The books that were left unread were devoured by me within 2 months of lockdown, as I ordered 2 more in months of May. The Dark Horse and India After Gandhi are brewing the values in my heart as of now. A fascinating thing that I discovered playing an active role in shaping my life and character has been watching documentaries. Based on real life incidents, they provide an in-depth account of ground reality checks about the society we live in. The people around us and their way of living, the decision and their consequences. Some people do find these documentaries too harsh, but I believe it's about what we learn out of it and how we indulge it into our lives. This lockdown has taught me so much about life that I do think of this as the night which might look dark but has a moon and the stars twinkling all above us. Only if we tend to look in that direction. We all have interests, hidden, undiscovered, unidentified, lying within us. To see through the negativity that blocks our inside view, find that ray of hope and expand your vision through the illumination of positivity. The light always stays. It might be too dim, but with the spark in us to find that sparkle, even the fading can turn luminous and glow it's brighter. Before you leave, please let us know in the comments section what kind of stories would you like to listen on our platform. Also, if you like our content, subscribe and follow us to get updates on the upcoming episodes. In the next episode, we'll tell you a story of a boy about how he went through an eye-opening journey to understand love and went down multiple roads only to meet dead ends, and how his efforts finally illuminated a road. To be continued on Monday. Till then, see you. Take care.
Dividing us mercilessly, creeping in steadily. Corona is here, Corona is there. Beware, because it seems to be everywhere. We can't go out. We may be stuck in a rut. We may feel trapped and we may be shut, but like sunshine that seeps through the cracks in concrete, our voices will find a way. Our voices will find a way. The Lockdown Story.